Alright, this is Havoc Card Game. Let's start a game and get going. So first, draw 4 cards.
Yep. Same for both the hero and the villain.
Yep. And
the villain always goes first because he cheats.
Yep. So over to you.
Okay, starting out, we are going to start with the market phase. So I have 30 gems to spend, and I am going to pick up the following card. And as you can see, here is the cost.
That's 30. All right.
And that will be then put into my discard pile, along with the gems that I used to spend. And I am going to bring out another card.
Yeah.
Okay. From my trade row, into my trade row, from my trade deck. And then I have the option of either wreaking havoc or learning a new hex.
Studying.
So I am going to wreak havoc.
All right. Let's see, the Witch's Coven.
It is a defensive type.
-2.
Yep.
And
1 round.
1 round.
The reward for the hero is 20 gems, and the reward for the villain is 50 gems.
All right. So this is an easy one for me.
Yep. Darn it. Okay. I will be attaching 1 minion to it.
All right. So we got the minor
Sprite.
sprite. All right.
He is a 1/1, 1 power, 1 defense, and he is a starter minion.
So the defense will be applied, making this a -1, and you only have one turn to complete it. So we'll put a die on there,
yep.
Signifying 1 turn. All right, and with that, over to me.
I will draw up.
Draw up to 4 cards, and then play passes to me. So during my market phase, I'm going to start out by equipping a dagger, the Worn Dagger. It gives me 1 power and no defense. So I have here 20 gems, and I will just trade up these 2 10 gems to get myself a 20 gem. I'll go on my discard. Then on my turn, I'm passing from the market phase to adventuring or training. I'm going to adventure to the Witch's Coven and stop the witches. So I go to the adventure. And I do believe I am going to beat it. I start out with a base of 1 power and 1 defense, and my Worn Dagger is giving me another 1. So I'm a 2/1 right now. I have to overpower it since it's defensive with my power. So I have 2 power against the -1 power. So
yes, you will defeat the wreak havoc,
which is potentially the easiest one.
And you take a reward from your gem pile.
So I get 20 gems.
It's of your choosing, though.
Yep. And
I will now clear the field of the wreak havoc.
The minor sprite will go to your discard.
Yep.
And then I will discard the last card in my hand because I do not want it. And I'll draw back up to 4. Though I could have kept it if I had to with it.
Okay.
Over to you then.
Thank you. First, I will start off with 20 gems, and I'm going to trade those up for an actual 20 gem card. That will go into my discard, and the gems that I paid will actually go into the 10 gem pile.
All right.
And next, I will play Petty Curse.
Ooh, I hate the Petty Curse. All right.
I guess I feel a bit lethargic.
All right.
So you are going to discard 1 card if you're choosing.
All right. That is gone.
That is going to go into my discard. And next, I am going to, instead of wreaking havoc this time around, I'm going to choose to study for a hex. And so I will pick up 1 hex. It will go into my discard. And I also will keep the card that I have. So now I will shuffle my deck.
And then it is over to me.
And I will draw up to full.
Yep, and over to me. So I will go ahead and during my market phase, I will start off with the equipment grant. It gives me plus 10 gems for the turn and allows me to loot one, so draw one card.
Okay.
I gotta shuffle up my deck, so I can do that. For my discard pile. Alright, and then draw my card. Okay, that was a nice little draw. So I drew into my 20 gems, and then I also had two 10 gems. So this is a total of 50. The two 10s, the 20, and then the plus 10 from the equipment grant. So with 50 gems, I think I will go ahead and buy this card for 40. And there it is, 40.
Thank you.
Yep. And then I still have 10 left over, but there's nothing I'm going to do with that 10.
And you are going to place your cards into the discard.
Yep. Second half of the turn, adventure or train. There's nothing for me to adventure to, so I will go ahead and train for a new attack. Ooh, and I like that one too. Alright. Play passes to you.
Thank you. Okay, first I'm going to start off with 40 gems. And so I am going to purchase a card for 40. As you can see.
40.
This is going to go into my discard along with my gems that I spent.
Alright.
A new card is going to come out. Oh, we have an awareness.
Okay, so that's plus 1 to the awareness level.
The hero and the villain learn a little bit more about each other. They start to sense something's amiss.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to put this off to the side.
4 more to go.
I'm going to draw another card. Okay. Now then, I am going to choose to study for a hex.
Alright, studying again.
Yep. I'm going to put that into my discard. And I am going to draw up the full.
Alright, over to me then. During my market phase, I'm going to go ahead and lay down for 30 gems, and I'm going to buy this card. Right there it is for 30.
Okay, thank you.
Those all go. And new card gets flipped up in the trade room. I'll go ahead and move on. Adventure or train. I have nothing to adventure to again because he studied, so I'll go ahead and train. Okay, all right. And then I will go ahead and discard the rest of my hand and draw back up to 4. That passes play to you.
Thank you. First, I will start with Petty Curse. Discard 1 card from your hand.
That petty curse kills me every time. All right.
That's why I love it. Okay, we'll discard that. And next, I'm going to play Evil Laughter. Okay?
Okay.
So, Perseverance. Anytime you return at any time you may return all minions sent to the discard pile this turn to the field or your hand, then discard this card. This is a persevering card, meaning that it will stay out and I have my choice of when to activate it.
Right. Okay.
Now then, next, since I can't spend any money, don't have enough, I am going to discard a card, and I am going to wreak havoc.
All right. Let's see.
Okay, this one's a little bit stronger.
Yes. So we have the poison
beetle
beetles.
attack. Okay, +1 strength per round passed.
Ooh. All right. Well, there's going to be 3 turns on that, so I'll go ahead and put a pass. Wreak Havocs have strength. Minions and the hero themselves have power and defense. So we have 3 rounds to complete.
And I will
it's got
also
3 strength.
Attaching 1 trap to it, face down.
It'll be 1 trap. All right. So on that note,
I will draw up the full.
Yep.
And since I don't have enough cards in my deck to draw completely, I will shuffle my deck.
Of course.
And draw up the max then.
All right. Draw back up to your 4. All right, then play passes to me.
Yes, it does.
All right, so we're going to start off with an equipment grant. Gonna go ahead and draw my 1. Ooh, that's a fun little draw. So I drew my chest of gold plus 40 gems this turn. The plus 10 from the equipment grant, that's 50 total. And we got 60 from this, 70, 80 gems this turn. So that is a lot of gems to spend. And I will go ahead and we will spend 40 of my 80 on this.
Okay.
Go to my discard. Flip up a new one. And we'll go ahead and buy this one for 30. So that's a total of 70 gems.
Okay.
And that will be all.
Okay.
Now I had a hand of gems there, so I will not have the power to, or the defense. That's an offensive wreak havoc.
Yes, it is.
So I need to survive it with my defense.
Yep.
And I only have one defense right now, so that's not going to be enough. So I'm going to go ahead and train and try to get stronger for next round.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I need to draw 4, but I have nothing left to draw. All right. Play passes to you then.
Okay. I am then going to play 20 gems.
All right.
And as a result,
at the beginning of your turn,
yes.
the counter does go down.
Yep.
So we are down to 2 rounds left on the poison beetle attack.
Yes. Okay. And now I will pay 20 gems to pick up a card, and I will be putting that into my discard. And that will go into my discard as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. New card. Okay. And next, I will be choosing to wreak havoc.
All right.
Okay. Stop, thief. Okay. Some scoundrel has made off with some valuable pearls. Catch them before they can pawn off the jewels.
All right.
Next.
So we have a 3 strength on that one. Only 2 rounds to complete it. So go ahead and get another die out there. Tell us 2 rounds. And we've got 40 gems if I win, 60 gems if the villain wins.
Yep. And so as a result,
And it's a defensive.
Yep.
So I must overpower it with my attack.
Yep. So I am going to attach a trap to this card.
All right.
And a minion face up.
And a minion. So we've got the minor sprite. He's a little 1/1. His defense will add 1, so it'll be a total of 4 defense. I have to have 5 or more attack to defeat it.
Yes.
All right.
And I'm going to discard this card and draw up the full.
Okay, so over to me. During my market phase, actually, I don't have much of a market phase this time. We're going to go straight into my adventure. Well, no. During my market phase, I will play my greatsword. It is a 2-handed weapon, so I will have to lose the worn dagger, but I get 4 power from it, so my total power will now be 5. I don't think I can quite beat that poison beetle attack yet, so we're going to go try to stop the thief. So I will go adventuring to there. The first thing that happens is trap.
Yes, since you have made it to the encounter,
yep.
I have the option to trigger a trap. And I will.
Okay. What is the trap we have here?
Paratroopers.
All right.
So, my minion will get -2 defense and +6 power.
Okay, so the minion probably will die this round. That's good, but it is pretty powerful. Well, I would like to point out that all I have to do is overpower this.
Yes.
So it's only the defense that is counting.
Oh, yes, that's true.
So now a minion cannot add negative defense to a wreak havoc counter. So it will not be.
Sure.
So it will be still a 3. Oops.
Which doesn't change anything.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to start off with consecutive punches anyways as my first attack card, because now I get a chance to attack. This destroys all minions with 3 or less defense. Your minion does have 3 or less defense. It will not apply, so you can go ahead and discard the minion.
And the trap that applies to it as well.
Yes. Next up, I will use my riposte. Sword Skills 101 gives me a +1 to my power and a +1 to my defense. So that puts me at a total of 6 power and 2 defense. So my 6 power will overpower the base 3. I will beat it, stop the thief, and my reward is 40 gems.
Okay.
So I will be gaining a 30 and a 10. You can choose however you want it. I like to take bigger size gems. Focus fires your deck a little. And then I will discard the card in my hand because I don't want it anymore. And at the end of my turn, draw back up to 4.
Okay. And it's over to me.
Yep.
Upkeep. So we will decrement the counter on the wreak havoc.
Only 1 turn left on it.
Yep.
It's getting a +2 in strength, so it's at a total of 5.
Yep. And you need to defend against it.
Yep.
I will then next play Petty Curse. So you use this card.
Alright, I want to do something with my market phase this time, so we will get rid of that.
And next, I am going to trade up 30 gems.
Okay. So trading up 30 gems for a 30 gem card. Or 10 gems for a 30 gem card.
Yep. Okay. And next, I will, let's see. I think I'll train for a hex.
Okay, so you're going to study.
Yep, I'm going to study.
Yep.
Okay. And I will put that as my discard. And I will draw up the full.
Alright.
Over to you.
Over to me. Alright, so I'm going to lay my chest of gold again, giving me +40, and then plus another 20 gems, for a total of 60 gems to spend this turn. Let's see. I could use this. So I'm going to buy this for 30.
Okay.
Alright, and new one gets flipped. Ooh, I like this one too. So this is another 30. And that'll be my 60 gems. There it is.
Okay.
Alright. So I put those away. Okay, let me think here. The card in my hand, I would have 5 defense. But that currently has a strength of 5 because of +1 per round pass. So I'm not going to be able to beat it. I'm going to go ahead and train this round. So.
Okay.
Alright, I like that. And draw back up to 4. And over to you on that note.
Okay. So.
Well, at the beginning of your turn,
Yes.
the poison beetles go off. They have destroyed the village, the poison beetles have. So the villain will get their reward of 30 gems.
I will take that. And I will put that into my discard. And then this is going to be going over here.
Yep.
And this, which I never actually triggered, will be discarded as well.
And I still don't know what it is.
Yep. And next, I am going to play a Hex, Excessive Villainry.
Okay.
Loot 3. I can draw 3 cards.
All right. That's very powerful.
And then I will shuffle this card in my Hex pile.
All right.
And add a new, Hex to your discard pile. So, 1, 2, 3.
Very powerful.
Add a new Hex.
And very excessive. We've got skeletons riding giant scorpions on that card.
So next, I'm going to shuffle it in. Okay, and then draw 1 Hex. Okay, and put it in my discard.
All right.
So, the villain has been up to some mischief.
That was just from 1 hex card.
Yep.
That's a tough one.
I am going to spend a total of 50 gems.
All right.
And I am going to pick up, let's see here. Yes, that's the one I want. So, as you can see, I'm going to spend 30 gems.
30.
Flip another card. Events.
All right.
Vanquish 2 random cards from each player's deck.
Well, I only have 2 cards left in my deck. Oh!
And so do I.
You're killing my equipment grant.
And you killed my petty curse and nuke it from orbit.
Ooh. Well, at least the nuke it from orbit's out of there. All right, so...
And darn it, I lose my petty curse.
All right, so we'll go ahead and
Trash
those. Don't need them anymore. They're out. Or vanquish them.
Yep. I am going to put my gems that well, hold on. I'm not done yet with spending my gems.
Well, hold on.
Yes, I know. That goes as well. Or actually, I'll put this
I
one
never
with
did
events.
flip over my next card. It's not an event or anything, so it's not pertinent.
Okay. And I'm going to flip over yet another card. Okay. So I spent 30 previous. I am going to spend 20. And here you go.
20. Okay.
And I am also going to put that into my dungeon phase deck.
All right.
Off to the side. Next, we're going to flip yet another card. Put that down. Okay. I'm going to wreak havoc.
All right.
Wild Guardian. It is an offensive style wreak havoc, and it has 2 red ones.
It's got 2 strength and 20 gold or 20 gems if I win, 20 gems if you win.
Yep.
All right.
And this is going to get interesting because I am going to be attaching a trap to it.
Okay. It's an offensive, so I have to survive that.
Yep. And next I'm going to be attaching another trap to that. Okay.
All right.
And I am going to be attaching a minion. And I'm going to activate Evil Laughter.
Okay.
And any minions that were discarded this turn also...
Wait. Okay.
Yep. Can either be brought to my hand or to the field.
That was sent there this turn.
Yep.
Oh.
Sent there, even if I purchase it.
Yep.
Ninja Hit Squad.
Okay, so the Ninja Hit Squad is there too.
Yep.
All right.
And next, at the end of my turn, I am going to transfer 1 card to my dungeon phase deck.
All right.
And now I will draw up to full.
Well.
And so I am going to shuffle my discard pile since I don't have anything in my deck right now.
Yep. And then it'll be over to me.
Yes, it will.
So I'll go ahead and start on in while you're shuffling and drawing your hand. I've got 30 gems to spend. Let's see what we've got. Might just buy that for 30. Ooh, or that for 30. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to buy this one for 30 here. Right there it is.
Okay.
And we will go adventuring. So, I'm going to go up against your Wild Guardian, try to stop him. And so go ahead and activate any traps.
What currently is your power and
I
defense?
am a 5-1 currently.
You are a 5-1. Ooh.
Yes, and I must survive it, and that is currently a 1, 2, 3, 7. It is a 7.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, it is. And on that note, then, let's see. What do I want to do? Well, just to be fun, I am going to activate Bats to the Face.
Okay, I'm getting
And
bats to the face.
And since you aren't wearing a helm, you will be losing 5 defense
And power.
Yep.
So I am a 0-0.
Yes, you are.
Ugh. Alright. Lose 5 power and defense.
This was discarded.
Dem bats. Alright. Well, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve as well. I'm gonna go ahead and lay my oh. I'm sorry. I don't have any tricks up my sleeve. I missed my chance. I thought those were attacks and those are supplies. So yeah, that's a bummer. Okay. I guess I failed to wreak havoc. I'm not able to kill anything. And we continue forward.
Okay, since I revealed this trap, it
will be discarded.
It will now be discarded.
So, I mean, at least the trap's out of the way. I was hoping that... I wasn't planning to kill it, but I was hoping to at least eliminate some of the minions.
Your purchase also.
Of course, my purchase. Oh, and there is an event there. Travel. Each player vanquishes any number of cards from their shop row.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So, you may choose to vanquish any cards you don't want from there. I'm going to vanquish these 2, actually.
I don't think I'm going to vanquish anything.
Yep. Getting rid of that polish and heavy shield. 1, 2, 3, ooh. All right, and I'll draw back up to 4, and we're over to you.
Okay.
So at the beginning of your turn, this goes down to 1 time left, 1 round.
Okay. And I'm going to use the Hex, summon backup.
All right.
I'm going to draw a card. Since I don't actually have any minions to put into play, I'm not going to.
All right.
Just purely draw power.
Okay, makes sense.
And now, I am going to... I have a total of 80 to spend.
80.
A card. And I'm going to pick up this one for 20.
All right.
Okay, and I'm going to put it into my dungeon deck. Next, I have 230 gems to spend, but first I'm going to bring up another card. Okay. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to purchase a card for 40. Okay.
All right.
As you can see.
40.
And I'm going to also put that into my dungeon deck.
All right.
I'm going to take another card. Okay. I am going to pick up the following card for 20.
For 20.
Okay. And I'm going to put this one into my normal discard pile.
All right.
Flip up another card. I can also discard my gems now. Oh my. Okay. So, on that note then, I am going to... since that only has one more turn, and I don't think there's much you can do in way of that.
Nope.
I am going to, I think, study for another hex.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
All right.
Put that into my discard.
Over to me then?
And
Go ahead,
besides
Drew.
that, I'm going to discard that and shuffle my deck and draw up. Over to you.
All right, so I've got 30 gems here, and I will buy this for 20. Right there it is.
Okay.
And then I'll buy this for 10.
Okay. What are you going to do, hero?
We will attach a breastplate first off, give me a little bit more defense. Still not quite enough to beat that over there. I will also trade up these two 10 gems for a 20 gem.
Okay.
Kind of thin out my deck. Alright, and I will train this time.
Okay.
Over to you.
Okay. At the beginning of my turn, during upkeep, this counts down to 0.
Yeah.
So I have successfully won the Wild Guardian Wreak Havoc.
And you will gain 20 gems for that.
Yes, I will. And that will go into my discard pile. My trap, which, here, just for the fun of it.
Ah, the paratroopers again.
Yes. Plus 6
Yes.
power, minus 2 defense. So I was being extra careful with that Wreak Havoc.
Yes, that would have been hard.
I also discarded the rest of that. And next, I have 30 gems to spend. I am going to purchase a card for 30 gems.
Okay. Yep.
And that is going to go into my dungeon deck.
Alright, straight into the dungeon.
Yep. And next, I am going to flip, put a card out onto the trade row.
We have not had many awareness this game.
And next, I am going to, let's see here. I'm going to wreak havoc.
Alright.
Flip it up. Extortion. At the start of the villain's turn, the villain may add 10 gems to the hand.
Whew.
Hero rewards 20 gems for each turn remaining. It is an offensive style wreak havoc with 4 rounds.
It only has 1 strength to start. What are you going to add to it?
I am going to add a trap, and I am going to add a minion, an ogre.
Ogres. Now, what's special about ogres?
Ogres are 4/4,
Yep.
and they have a minus 2 power against an opponent with at least 3 pieces of worn equipment.
I only have 2, so they do not have the minus 2 power.
Nope, they do not. I am going to keep 1 card in my hand. I'm not going to discard it.
Alright.
And I am going to draw up to 4.
Okay. I'm going to lay, during my market phase, chest of gold, and I'm going to use that actually to buy 20 temporary gems.
Okay. Oh my, we have a...
I will spend 10 gems on this as well. So you can see, 10.
Yep.
Alright. Well, I gotta survive this one, so let's just go ahead, go to the Wreak Havoc and see how it pans out. Well, let's not actually, because, well, that's a total of 5
Wow.
attack that I must survive.
And you have a total of 5 defense.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to train this time.
Okay.
Okay. I will discard only one of my 2 cards. And I'll keep this one. And I'll draw back up so I have 4.
Okay.
Alright, and then we are back to you.
Upkeep counter will decrement.
Yep.
Down to 3.
And at the beginning of your turn,
I get 10 extra gems to use.
yep, straight to your hand.
Straight to my hand. Okay.
All right.
That's a painful wreak havoc, let's put it that way.
That is.
Next, I'm going to use excessive villainy.
Ooh, to draw 3 more.
Yep. And since I can't draw any more, I need to actually shuffle my deck.
Yep. At loop 3.
Yep. And one more for my 3, my total 3.
All right.
Let's see what I got. Oh my, okay. And next, I get to add a new hex card to my discard pile.
Okay.
Well, first, actually, I shuffle it into my hex pile.
Yeah.
Who knows, I might draw it again.
Could.
Okay. I draw a card and add it to my discard pile. Okay. I'm going to summon back up.
Summon backup. All right.
Loot another one. Okay.
Lots of draw power.
Oh, yes. And let's see here. I'm going to play Evil Laughter, Perseverance. And next, because it's part of this hex.
Right. Which you should have done
Yes.
before
Yes.
playing your evil laughter.
Technically, yeah, I wasn't thinking.
Yeah.
Go
Go ahead and play your minion.
Yep. Ninja Hit Squad.
Okay. And that was a part of summon backup.
Yep, it is.
All right.
And then I bring out Evil Laughter. And now that gets discarded. Let's see. What do I wish to do next? Okay. So I have a total of, let's count this out. These are two 20s, 40.
All right. So that's
50.
50.
And 50 plus 30 is 80.
80. So you have 80 gems to spend.
And let's see here. I am going to spend 60 of them.
Ooh, 60. It's
Yeah.
going to be a good card.
Oh, yes. It is, actually. As you can see, 60.
60.
This is going straight into my dungeon deck.
All right.
And next, I'm going to
Yep, flip up a new one.
flip up a new one. Okay. I'm going to have 20 left over. So you know what? I'm going to purchase 10 temp gems.
All right. Very good use of the last of your gems.
And next, I'm going to wreak havoc.
All right.
Oh, this is nice. Okay, so Scorpion Storm.
Scorpion Storm. So
It's not quite like a Sharknado, but it's still Scorpion Storm.
So we've got it's a defensive, so I have to overpower it with my power. That's 3 defense, or 3 strength it has. 2 rounds to complete. So go ahead and put a die on that. 2 rounds, and I get 60 gems if I win.
Yes.
And then the villain reward is flip a new Wreak Havoc over, and attach the top card of your trade row.
Yep.
Or of your shop row to
Of
it.
my shop deck.
Your shop deck, yep.
And okay.
And only half of my hero's power applies.
Yep. I'm going to attach a trap to it. Okay.
Alright.
And now I'm going to look through my discard real quick. Nope. I think I'm going to hold off on my Persevering Evil Laughter.
Okay.
And as a result, I'm going to draw up to full.
Okay.
Over to you.
Alright, let's see what I can do here. It is 4. I have nothing to do during my market phase. I'm going to say that right now. We're going to go straight into the adventuring. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to adventure just as to which one. It's 4, 8. It's got 9. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start out, before going to any adventure, so this is technically in the market phase, I'm going to play Supply, the Hapless Follower. Activate target trap and apply all effects from that trap to this card. If that trap has +3 power or greater, vanquish Hapless Follower. So we're going to activate that trap right there.
Dart Trap. +1 power.
It does not have +3 power more, so he is not vanquished, but it is applied to him. So
Okay.
he will be discarded, as will your trap. It was used up on the hapless follower. We'll go ahead and I'll go adventuring to the extortion. Stop you from extorting the poor old man with your big scary cyclops. So you have no traps to activate now at this point. I will go ahead and we will lunge forward with a riposte, giving me another 1, so that's 4, 5, 6 defense I have to survive it. And then I am going to pull out some awesome moves with some incredible dexterity. In a stunning display of agility, the hero dances through the enemy ranks almost as if they weren't there at all. So this will give me 2 more defense. And then +2 defense for each minion present. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that is only a 9 strength. So I will succeed. There were 3 rounds left on it. I get 20 gems for each, so that's 60 gems. So I'll just take that in 2 30s. Oh, that's my temp gems. Don't mix those. Alright, and then I'll discard the last card in my hand as well. So we can clean up there. So I'll go ahead and draw back up to 4, and then it'll be over to you.
I have 30 gems to spend. I am going to spend my 30 gems to actually purchase another 10 temp gem.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to just throw away my other spare 10. Okay.
Oh, also at the beginning of your turn.
Yes, that decrements.
Decrements.
Yep. This is discarded. Next, I am going to do summon back up.
Alright.
But first I'm going to loot 1. And I am going to bring my minor sprite into play at the location according to the ability of the hex.
Yep.
And next, let's see here. I'm next going to play my Hex Ruthless Efficiency.
Alright.
Perseverance. Whenever you would draw a card or cards, you may loot 1. If you do, discard a card.
Okay.
And next, I am going to... let's study. I'm going to study for a hex. Okay. And I'm going to hold on to this card and draw up.
Okay.
Now, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll draw up.
Alright. Over to me then. Again, I am going to have nothing on my market phase. My markets are pretty slow. This turn I'm just going to train.
Okay.
And I'm going to discard my hand. Alright. On over to you.
Upkeep. This
Upkeep.
decrements to 0. Wreak Havoc triggers.
Yep.
I get the reward, and the reward actually is not gems in this case. It is another Wreak Havoc coming out into play.
Correct. And probably the best part about it is you get to attach the top card of your shop deck to it.
Oh. Black Knight.
Oh, the Black Knight.
On top of Hostage.
Getting that for free. Whew. All right.
Hostage. If the hero has 5 or less defense, the strength of this card is 3 instead. But you...
I am wearing a breastplate. However, I could discard it to bring down that strength.
But it is 5 or less. You have 5 with the breastplate.
So it is 5 or less. So it's still 3. Yep, you're right.
It is. And, let's see here.
But it is a defensive, and the Black Knight is perfect for it because it has 6 defense. Bringing it up to a total of 12. I need 12 attack to beat that.
Yep, and hold on.
However, I'm thinking I'm going to take another round of beating that card.
Well, that's true. But I am also going to trigger my Evil Laughter. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to hold off on that. I'm not going to trigger that yet. So, next I have 20, 20,
Yep.
and 30.
Go ahead and put a counter on that too.
So that's a total of 70, 60 on putting, I believe I'm going to put 30 gems over here into my temp gem pile.
So you're doing 3 10s?
Yep.
Okay.
Sake of brevity later.
Mm-hmm.
And that leaves me with 10 left over, which is nothing. Okay. It doesn't matter to me. Next, let's see what I have in here. Most recent. Well, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I am going to, just to make this a little worse, I'm going to activate Evil Laughter.
Alright.
And I am going to bring one minion back. Discarded this turn. That includes during the upkeep.
Yep.
So, that little minor sprite, he's back.
Okay. So it is a total of 13. Then would you like to wreak havoc or study?
Hold on.
Oh.
So this gets discarded.
Yeah.
And I am going to study.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. And on that note, I am going to draw up the Fool.
Okay. Over to me. I've got 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 70, and I'm going to use my 20 temp gems. So that's going to go back over to here for a total of 90 gems. And I will spend 80 of it on this. Right there.
Okay.
Nice big bad card. Oh, event. Both players may loot 2, so go ahead and draw 2 more cards.
Okay.
Great.
And then 2 more.
Oh, that's good.
Like that.
And I'm going to play another 20 gems as well.
Okay.
So I have 30 more gems to spend. I will spend 20 on this card.
Okay. I am going to choose to use my Ruthless Efficiency's ability, so I'm going to discard a card.
Okay.
And draw 1 more.
Alright. Because of
Well,
drawing cards.
I can draw
Yeah.
a card, yeah, and discard.
Alright, so Crystal Ball, another event. Keep this card in play for 3 rounds, then vanquish it. While this card is in play, all cards in play in the shop row and in each player's hand are revealed. So reveal all cards.
Really?
Yes.
All cards?
All cards get revealed.
Including my hand?
Including your hand.
Oh my.
I'll still have 10 more gems to spend. This will stay off to the side.
Okay.
And this is the new one that flips up. I still have 10 gems to spend. I will spend it on this sharp sword here. I don't need to use the revealer because you can obviously see it's only 10 gems.
Okay.
Alright, and then Goblin's Power come up. Alright, and that'll be the end of my market phase. I will go ahead and train. I am out of attack cards, which will instantly put us in the second phase of the game.
Oh my.
So
Okay.
get rid of the Wreak Havoc.
Okay.
These will be discarded.
Flip your player cards over.
Yeah, the turn reference cards.
Okay.
Dungeon side. Alright, and let's go ahead and get started into Final Buy. Now, because these cards are revealed, they will stay revealed until they're bought.
Any cards that are now brought out onto the trade row, however, will be face down.
Correct. And anytime a card is revealed, it is permanently revealed until something happens to it. That's just how that works. So However, we don't have hands anymore, so those are done away with.
Okay. I would recommend for those watching, it is a good idea to separate out all your gems during the final buy phase.
Yep, it definitely makes things easier. As for the hero side, I like to separate all my cards into their different types between my attacks, equipment, supplies, and gems, with the exception of Chest of Gold, because the gold I gain from it can be used for final buy, as it says on the card.
In the case of the villain, all hexes can go in to the dungeon deck.
Yep, straight in.
However, the villain may choose to not necessarily put all of them in.
Yep, and same with the hero. The hero can choose to not take any of their cards with them if they don't feel they'd be useful. For instance, I have a good feeling I'm not going to need Storm Blessed, which unfortunately was the last attack I drew.
I don't need this. So I have a total of 60, 110.
110 plus your temp gems.
Yes.
And how many's there?
I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that's 50 more. So you have 160.
Yes.
I had 160 gems defaultly, and then I have my Chest of Gold, which gives me a plus 40 for an exact of 200.
Okay. Well, first I'm going to purchase Lone Ninja for 60. Okay.
I'll be buying the cohort for 80.
It's going to go into my dungeon deck.
I'll be buying gauntlets.
Awareness, but that's
40.
not.
Nope, the
important at
awareness
this point.
doesn't matter. Ooh, do I have
Another awareness
50?
doesn't matter.
I'm going to spend another 50. So I have 30 left to spend. Because I like that Assassin's Blade.
And
Another awareness.
with my 50 gems, I'm going to pick up my doppelganger. And he is going to be going. Well, hold on. One moment, actually.
Got 30 left to spend. I'll buy this Elixir of Life.
And I'm going to look through my dungeon deck real quick.
Oh, I didn't need to put those face up, I guess, the new ones that came in. Alright, I have spent my 200 gems.
I am going to put one of my temp gems over for spending purposes over here.
Mhm.
I am going to, let's see here.
And gems spent during the final buy are permanently gone.
Yep.
You can put gems freely into your dungeon deck as the villain or as the hero. You can bring them with you, but in most cases they just take up some room. If I were to bring like my Storm Blessed and hope to combo it, which allows me to spend gems to gain like attack and stuff, or to gain power, defense, and vitality, it could be useful. I'd rather not though. I'd rather just cut out Storm Blessed.
I am going to purchase Ninja Hit Squad from my deck and from my encounter phase deck, and I'm also going to purchase my paratroopers from my encounter phase deck. It's going to go into my dungeon deck. My money is vanquished. I don't have anything else. And I have the option of including these in. I will include them in my deck since they have zero cost. I am leaving 40 temp gems out.
Alright. Dungeon phase always starts with the villain. And this is what I have to start. For sake of simplicity, I'm going to keep 2 dice nearby so I can, or maybe, you know what, here, I'm going to use this D10 to, or D20 to keep track of my life. So I've got 10 health to start. I am starting out as a 6, 11, 12, 13. So I am starting out as a 13-1 glass cannon. However, I do have my Assassin's Blade.
Oh, it's a power.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a 12-1.
And what is the effect?
Alright, so here, I'll just read them off. So I have my Gauntlets of Power, which give me 2 power, 0 defense, and you may use 2-handed equipment as though it were 1-handed. So I have this two-handed sword, Excalibur, that gives me 5 power, 0 defense, and plus 3 power, and becomes one-handed if you have slain at least 3 minions with this weapon. Assassin's Blade, which gives me 6 power, 0 defense, minus 1 power for each point of defense, and the damage done by this weapon is applied before the start of combat. The Unseen Blade is the deadliest. Gotta love that damage. Then the Scouting Boots, they don't give me any power or defense, but you may look at a face-down trap before choosing to adventure or train. You may only use this once per turn.
Okay. So very glass cannon.
Very glass cannon.
Okay, well then, on that note, let's see here. What's your total defense then?
My total defense is 1. My total attack is 12.
Okay.
Very glass cannon, like we were saying.
Okay. Well then, on that note, first I'm going to start off with a Hex,
Alright.
Crumbling Curse, and I'm going to do it to your Gauntlets of Power.
Okay, disabling my Gauntlets of Power. Now that is actually pretty harsh because that will make me discard a card. And I'm going to choose, unfortunately, Excalibur. Excalibur is a great card, but so is Assassin's Blade.
Any cards discarded during this phase of the game are immediately vanquished.
So yeah, Excalibur, since the Gauntlets of Power are disabled, Excalibur is vanquished.
Yeah.
It hurts a lot.
Next, I am going to make my first room.
Alright.
And with that,
Your first room's containing 2 minions, a
Spider
spider and a
and a
rock. It's a very interesting first room
Yep.
to be traversing through. Okay, so why don't you explain what those do real quick?
So, Spider. When choosing targets for cards or combat, your opponent must choose this card first if able.
Okay, and it is a 3
3.
power and 3 defense.
3 defense. And Rock
It's just
doesn't have anything special about it, but it is a 4 defense.
Okay. So I will go ahead and traverse through.
Over to you.
I will traverse through the room.
I'm going to draw.
I do not believe I need to play any special cards beforehand.
Mhm.
My power is done, or the power for this blade is done beforehand.
Mhm.
So 6 power will be done ahead of time. Applying it to the spider.
Okay.
So the spider will be destroyed before fighting starts.
Oh, okay.
Assassin's Blade.
Yep.
Yes. And then I still had 3 leftover power that will be dealt to the rock.
You trashed.
And now the fight actually begins. The rock will not do any damage, but I still have my 1 base attack for a total of the 3 leftover plus my 1. That's 4 damage that was dealt to the rock.
Okay.
All right. So back over to you. Prepare for me another room.
Okay. So, and since that was a disable card, your gloves, your gauntlets come back.
Yep, my gauntlets do come back. So I have a little bit more attack now.
Yep, a little bit. Now then, I am going to play 2 hexes,
All right.
and first is Ruthless Efficiency, and the second one is Evil Laughter.
All right.
Okay. Next, now then, if I remember correctly, playing hexes do they count as forming a room or no?
Yes. So as long as you play a hex, you can have an empty room.
I have an empty room.
Okay. So I traverse through your empty room, and you can draw back up to your 4.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. So then play would pass to me after you draw. I traverse through the empty room. And word to you.
Okay. So next, I am going to play 2 minions in my next room
Ninja Hit Squad and a Minor Sprite.
with a trap.
Okay, with a trap. My Assassin's Blade since it applies attack beforehand, I'll go to traverse through the room. So let's
The trap will activate.
Yep, see what the trap is. Dark trap, plus
Dark
1
trap.
power. Alright. Well, my Assassin's Blade will deal 1 damage there and 4 there before
Yep.
the actual combat starts.
So both of those will be trashed.
Yep.
And my trap,
I will survive it.
you will survive it. So there we go.
Alright.
You successfully ventured through the room.
Yep. So back over to you.
Okay. I will play a trap face down and
Okay.
2 minions, Cyclops and Mechanical
Woo!
Dragon.
I don't know how I'm gonna get past that.
Now, the special thing with Mechanical Dragon is that when it wins a fight, I have to spend 20 gems. If I can't, then the card is vanquished. Luckily, though, I have 40 gems worth of temporary gold.
Right, still from before, all
From
the
before.
temporary gems.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we've got your Cyclops over there.
Yep.
And when it fights, I draw 1 less card.
The next
That's
turn.
a 4/4.
Yep.
Alright, well, I have some tricks up my sleeve in my hand too, so let's go ahead and venture through the room.
I'm going to draw up to full.
Oh, yes. And then I'll venture through the room.
Okay. And when you venture through the room, Combo Breaker.
Ah, Combo Breaker. Okay. So that ignores all the effects, so let's see.
Except for those that cause a change in equipment.
Correct. Yeah. There is nothing I can do in that case, because and that's going to be what? That's a 13 attack
Yep.
that I'll be taking, and I only have 1 defense and only 10 life. That is going to finish me off. Yeah, because all I had left was I had the Crushing Blow, which
Doesn't.
it would have killed stuff,
It
but
would've
that
killed
doesn't
stuff.
defend me.
Nope.
This would have gave me 4 defense, but
Again, that's
it's
a
effect
fact.
text, so
So that
Combo
doesn't
Breaker
count.
disabled that. Because Combo Breaker explicitly says, ignore all effect text on your opponent's cards this turn. This trap does not apply to vitality effects or force a change in carried equipment.
Yep.
Play this attack only if a single minion is present, which doesn't apply here. Otherwise, that would have given me 6 more defense. And then Lucky Shot could have destroyed your Mechanical Dragon, but since that's effect text, it doesn't work.
Yep.
That's the end of me. Well, thanks for watching this game.
The villain wins.
Yep, villain wins. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this game, you can check out more and follow us at www.havoccardgame.com.
Thank you.
Thanks.